Farms. I'm here with Joe and Rachel, founders, owners of this amazing community-driven farm, which I'm just so happy to be here. Been here a couple days, got to tour the pasture and learn about the animals, of course. So do you want to tell us a little bit about how Quail Run started?
Right.
Sure. So we actually met and bonded over the fact that we wanted to live on a farm and raise our kids on a farm. You might hear them in the background. We've got 3 boys. And, you know, we had a baby and I was just looking on a property website. We always had this dream but thought it would be, you know, years. And I found this piece of land, and I remember laying there and thinking, if I send this to my husband, we're going to move with a newborn.
Yeah.
And so I sent it to him anyway, and 4 weeks later we moved onto the farm, and we've been here 2 years and love every day of it.
Yeah, 4 weeks later and then 2 years later, and then you guys have all the animals now. So what started out as just land, right?
Yeah, no, when we moved on, there was no, I mean, it had been a farm in the past, but when we moved on, there was no animals at the time. So we brought, first of all, goats, and that's the only animal we started and then got rid of. And we were at it's one of my favorite ones. We were at this other farm, and somebody asked, Joel Salatin's farm, and said, why don't you have any goats? And he's like, because I had goats.
Yeah.
And they were just like, I don't understand it. He's like, go get goats.
Yes.
They're like, I still don't understand. Like, if you get goats, you will understand.
Yeah.
So we got rid of the goats. And then the next was horses, cattle, chickens. Started out with laying hens that added broilers, meat chickens, hogs, ducks for duck eggs, and then I think bees were the most recent addition.
And turkeys, remember?
And turkeys.
We added turkeys after bees.
Awesome. Yeah, AJ took me a little through the little market trailer you guys got going on that you have open all week, right? Monday through Sunday, and then the farmers markets. And so we get to see sort of the just all of the meats that you guys provide to your local community. So really thankful to have such quality meats. The Tennesseans, hopefully you guys will be delivering nationwide maybe in the coming years.
We do ship. Yeah, we will ship around the country. So we haven't spent a lot of time pushing online sales, but you know, for people who reach out, we're happy to ship. So.
Oh, interesting! I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Well, I will let my community know that because I'm sure there, you know, any like sort of local that may not be in Tennessee, but even in, like nearby Texas, Kansas, or you know, Oklahoma, and so on.
Yeah. So. And what we love, you know, I think the other thing that's unique about our farm is the hospitality. So we started with a couple tiny homes. We're building 3 new cabins, 3 silo tiny homes that are kind of built out of grain bins that are going to be really cool. We've got some yurts. You can come and camp yourself. So we're actually, when we move, we've got the pool house. So we've got several different rentals on the farm that people can come and experience the farm, you know, fully with their family.
Right.
And we love doing that. And as part of that, you can do farm tours, and in the summer we've got the pool. We're going to build like a cowboy pool, which is going to be pretty fun. Yeah. The whole vision was that the farm would not just be for our family, but a place for, you know, hosting and educating and teaching others about how to, you know, raise their own food and get back to the homesteading lifestyle. So.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid of that. Like, it doesn't feel like a super overwhelming ranch with, you know, cowboys everywhere, though that's fun too.
Yeah.
You know, it just feels a little bit more like tribe, community, like family. You know, we're all here like having a sort of family dinner. People are coming in and joining in, and so you guys have these community events too that you will be expanding to as well. But we were talking about, you know, coming to sort of pick your own chicken and process your own chicken, or harvest and process, and sort of events like that. We just talked about doing your own hog, and quality was always really important to me, but it just became even more important to start closing the gap between like the distribution channel, where I'm like, I want to know my farmer, I want to talk to them, I want to have a personal relationship with them, and then now I want to share it with people too, because not everybody has that luxury to go to a farm, to have these conversations, right? Oftentimes they just have to read the labels in the grocery store, and that's not cool. So these are ways that I can provide, you know, just the local community and even beyond nationwide to just connect with their the person that feeds them, the hand that feeds them.
Right.
So hunting was one of my goals in 2024 to just continue to do more of that, and so I feel like I'm reaching those goals. But in addition to that, I wanted to learn the butchering process now. So now it's how much of like the animal I can not waste.
Right.
And so I love that you guys are offering these butchering classes too as well. Specifically, you had a hog butchering class, but I'm sure you guys are going to expand into more because it sounds like you are. So hopefully I can come back maybe for 2025 for one of those classes. So those are online, I guess, to book, or
for groups who would want to do it, it's usually more of a group activity. So if you've got a group and want to reach out, because it's somewhat of a process, so we got to have enough critical mass of people to want to do it.
Right.
But yeah, we've done chicken processing on the farm, and we've done on-farm hog processing.
Right.
So
Very
beef's
cool.
a little bit too much.
But
It's
a long day.
but we can do hogs and chickens and turkeys.
Yeah.
So.
If you want to kill your own Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm definitely sign me up for that for sure. So what I also love about this farm, since I've just been here briefly, is the community that you guys bring together, and it's not from just all the Airbnbs and the rentals that you have, and you really encourage people to come here and to see it and to either join in on these workshops, but also just like the community within the farms and who works on here, right? So you guys have this wonderful wolfing community that you have opened your farm up to, and which I think is beautiful. You guys are kind of creating this little tribe, and then do you want to tell us a little bit about this program you have?
Yeah, so folks can reach out directly or on the Wolf, and people come. We ask people to stay for at least a month. At the outset we would do shorter stays, but we now have a kind of waiting list of to get on board, and so we like people to come for a longer period of time to get fully enmeshed, not just in understanding how to take care of the animals, but as part of the community. We do family dinner every night. So the day typically starts with morning chores, depending on how many people are here and what the season is. Chickens, hogs, cattle, ducks, and it's putting things up at night, bringing them in the morning, turning them out in the morning, doing the feeding, watering, rotating them across the pastures and paddocks. And then there's usually group-based projects, so it may be working on fencing, or it may be cleaning out chicken tractors, or it may be building something else that are kind of group projects. And then we often encourage people to pick up what we call a signature project, but it's in their kind of thing that they put their kind of leave their mark on the farm.
Right. I love that.
And so that's the focus, and people stay for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months or 2 years. So
Something that they own. That's really nice. I think that's important too, to be like, this is my baby.
Exactly. And then they come back and say, oh, I painted that, I built that, I did this, right? And so I think that sense of ownership in what we're building here, I think, is really important for folks.
And it gives it a lot of character too. And there was I took some footage too of this like beautiful painting that somebody did.
Juliet, yes.
Okay.
Juju paints.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. I guess we'll have to follow her then.
She's a great artist. She was here for about 6 months.
People sometimes bring their horses here. We've got the ability to stable horses. It's something that folks enjoy doing and riding around. So
we have Airbnb and horse B&B. So we
Yeah.
are a multi-B&B experience.
you probably saw the trailers this morning. So.
Yeah, we're a good stopping point for people going from Florida up to the Northeast. So a lot of times during the winter, we have folks who are bringing their horses back and forth from the South. So
Cool. Well, I love that I found
and
you
we've got
guys.
the Farm Fit program.
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
Melissa.
yes.
Are you getting to do
a workout?
No, I didn't. The other day I was kind of like, I was sore from my whole week of workouts, and then I just haven't managed to get up there, but hopefully maybe next time.
Yes, next time. Well, Melissa is British, so she sounds smart and nice when she is kicking your butt. She can do everything from functional fitness to CrossFit, and so she's awesome.
Yeah, she's really cool. She was the one who, we walked around and toured the pasture with, and so again, just super friendly, welcoming, transparent, any questions. Oh, I think I was going to say, we were talking about how there's been a lost art of just preparing our food, killing our food, preparing our food, and that whole like process, right? And so I think it's just a great way that when you do explain that there are, you know, these programs such as woofing is a great way to start like learning that again and reteaching it. And I think that like, you know, from hunting experiences and even just wanting to learn how to do your own like backyard chickens and get eggs from them is really, you know, is really important, not only for yourself, maybe if you want to be, you know, self-sustaining or start going towards that direction, but just to even teach to somebody else. Like you don't necessarily have to be the hunter, and that's where I don't know if I want to be that. I'd love for, you know, my man to be that, and I don't have one yet. That's why I'm like my future man to be that. But maybe he could, and at least I know how to do it in case that happens, but also to teach my future kids too. Yeah. I think that's important.
Yeah, and it's so much knowledge that's been lost. All of our grandparents knew how to grow a garden, knew how to can their own food, knew how to process animals, and so much of that has been lost. And so I do think it's important to, you know, both for us to have that connection, but also to share it with others and make sure that our community has access to that as well.
Right, and I think it has been lost because it was almost like community has been like pulled apart, right?
Yeah.
And so the only way that we can kind of get it back is just So come join this community.
Absolutely.
Quail Run Farms. Don't miss out. www.quailrunfarms.com, and also Instagram is just Quail
Run Farm TN.
Quail Run Farm TN.
Yeah, the great state of Tennessee.
Weird.
There was a lot of Tennesseans who helped start Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Georgia is literally right there though too. I didn't know.
It is.
It's like, oh, I could split it.
Yeah.
But the website is just quailrunfarms.com.
No, Quail Run Farm TN.
Oh, it is TN.
It is Quail Run Farm
okay.
TN.
And then also on Instagram.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Somebody else beat us to Quail Run Farm.
Yeah.
We had to specify that's in Tennessee. So.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, these are your hosts, you guys.
Thanks.
Hopefully come out and see you.